So here's the slide for all you Sec 3s watching. This slide's about how you should never miss class. And missing class has so many negatives for you because you can fall behind, and falling behind in math class, it's really hard to catch up. I've seen people take 3 weeks to catch up on missing a few days. Now, also, you can miss very important info like schedules for tests or when a project's due, or even how to do this project, or what you need to know for a test. Also, when you have questions, you ask Miss Drolette during class, and if you aren't in class, you can't ask those questions. Like when you're watching the archives, you can't ask questions about what we're doing because you aren't actually there. You're just watching something that happened about a day ago.
Alright, so before we actually start, let's look at this. This topic is really important for anyone to know, whether you're already taking this course or you're a Sec 3 and you're planning to take this course next year. Either or, you should know not to miss class. Usually in a normal classroom, that's the way it goes, but for this math class that's online, you really need to not miss class, because if you do, bad stuff happens. Because A, homework, and B, I will explain. So, anyways, yeah, so this math course, as you already know, or that you don't know, because you're Sec 3, we do this thing called a reverse classroom. Now, what that means is that what do you normally do at school, that is, take notes and do practice work with your teacher, we do that at home as homework. Well, in class time, we look over that stuff, well, the work, and we make sure that we understand everything. And that's important not to miss, because if you're at home and you do something, say trigonometry, and you have no idea what this means, you listen to the voice thread or whatever, and it doesn't make sense to you. What do? You have an issue. Therefore, if you missed the class, like next day's class, then you're gonna have a big issue, because you're still not gonna know how to do the trigonometry. And well, trigonometry is kind of important, but yeah. So I don't know if you're really understanding, but if you miss a class, that means you miss experience. If you miss experience, that means you tend to forget how to do stuff faster. And if you don't know how to do it in the first place, you're just digging your own grave. Really. So, why is not missing class important? It gives you experience, makes sure you understand everything, you get to ask the teacher questions, and you know what's happening. That's basically it.
First of all, I'll talk about why it's important to attend math class every day, even if you have a day off. It's so you don't fall behind, and even though we learn the material at home, you still, during class, you get the chance to ask Mr. Ouellette questions and clarify anything that wasn't clear the night before. So it's very important to attend math.
So the importance of live classes. So attending class is really essential to success. If you miss class, you also miss the opportunity to participate and ask questions that will further contribute to your understanding. So if you do have to miss class, it should only be for events that are mandatory. If you happen to be absent, you should watch the lesson archives. They will help you catch up. However, do not think that the archives are equivalent to attending live class, because they are not.
So, it's important to go to class because you don't want to fall behind. But in our SM4 class, we do most of our flip classes, so we do most of our learning at home. But if you do not understand something, it's good to go to class because then Miss Drolette or the classmates will help you understand it better. So before we start this voice thread, gotta remember hashtag don't procrastinate. So here's a quote from Wayne Gretzky. Procrastination is one of the most common and deadliest of diseases, and its toll on success and happiness is heavy.
So first, we were asked to answer the question why attendance to online classes is important, and I find if you miss, it's just more homework since because of the flipped classroom, you have to learn the actual material at home, and if you miss a class, then you have to watch the class go back in the archives in Sakai, watch the class, plus watch your VT, which can be kind of long. And also it's a missed opportunity to ask questions. That's what's fun about being in class. You ask questions about what you have difficult time on, and this helps you. And if you miss class, then you're missing an important opportunity to do that.
Why I think it's important to attend our live online classes is because sometimes if you don't really understand one question, the teacher will go over it and sort of explain it, and it's nice to be there when she's explaining it so you can ask questions if you don't understand something. Also, some things that they mention in class, they don't mention in the VTs. So if you just watch the VTs and just sort of learn from that, you won't really get all the material down because something she says in class. And also, it's just nice to always be there in case you miss an important announcement. So yeah. Also, some reasons that you can't attend your online class is maybe you have a field trip that day, or also if you have like a dentist appointment or like a doctor's appointment. And also if there's a special event at your school, like someone's coming to speak at that time, or there's like a science fair. Those are some other reasons why you would miss online class. Usually you don't miss it if you're sick because you can just sort of take it from home. It's not like a normal class, or if there's like a snow day, you still have to go. And also when you miss an online class, it's always very important to check the announcements. And also if there is a class recorded, to watch that as well, and maybe tweet your classmates or email them or email the teacher asking if there's anything important that you missed.